Welcome back to the channel, guys. I've got a new video for you today, which is basically about what camera gear I use. A good bunch of you have asked me over the last few months to make this video, so I'm finally getting around to doing it. And on this table in front of me, I've got all the gear that I currently use laid out, so I can run through basically what it is and what I use it for. So if that's what you want to see, stay tuned, and in a few minutes we'll run through everything that's on this table. Welcome back. Just want to say a big thank you to all the subscribers. If you're not already subscribed, maybe you consider subscribing today and tap the bell icon so as you'll get notified every time I upload. Right, so what's on this table? First of all, I've got my microphones, my mic options. The mic I'm using on the camera at the moment, here's the dead cat for it. It's the Rode Video Mic Pro. So that's my main microphone. I'm also got some Rode Link radio microphones, which I'll tend to use those when it's really windy outside or if I'm moving a long way from the camera. My main mic is the Rode Video Mic Pro. I'll just bring it up on screen now. That's the mic I use pretty much all the time. And then I've got an LED light panel, which if I'm in a dark area, I can get some light on things with this, pretty bright. It's got the slide which will fit on the top of the camera, so it's quite handy, lightweight. Then I've got my drone. So the drone I'm currently using is the Mavic Pro 2. So really good drone because it folds up really small. That's it in its expanded size. I've got some spare batteries, obviously, for you know, when you go out on anything, you're going to need more than one battery, but I've got 3, so I get around about 90 minutes flight. That's the controls for it. That all fits really smart into my little carry bag, which I got for it, so I can throw it over my shoulder. So that's the drone. Then we've got some gimbals over here. So I've got my DJI Ronin-S, which is what you probably, if you've seen me at the shows, I use this quite a lot. It's a bit heavy when you're carrying it around all day, yeah, this will hold my DSLR camera here and more. That's a baby for this thing. But that's really cool because it gives me my buttery smooth footage when I'm filming as I'm panning around. Also got another gimbal, which is the Osmo 3 mobile. This is for your mobile phone, so I'll put my mobile on here and this will do the same job that this will, but it's far more easy to carry because I'll just spin that off and yeah, it's nice and lightweight. So yeah, that's the Osmo Mobile 3, which I think is fairly new out. This is my little Gorilla Pod. I got a Joby Gorilla Pod, which is what I put the camera on. It's really good because I can just quickly grip it around something. I can get a position and I can adjust my position of the camera really easy, get set up, and it's got a quick release. So I can put the attachment onto the camera and clip in really quick. So I've got a Joby Gorilla Pod. Couple of lenses that I've got, a few lenses, but these are the ones I tend to use. So I've got the one that's on the camera. This is actually a dummy body of the camera I've got. So same size and everything, but as you'll see, we're broke. I get through some cameras, yeah, as you can see, we're broke. I get through some cameras because obviously I'm using them all the time, but this has been a brilliant camera, and this is the T7i, which is the kind of American brand for it. So if you're buying it in the UK, it would be an EOS 800D, and I use that virtually all the time. So that's the camera. We've got a GoPro here. I've had a couple of GoPros in my time. This is the current one I'm using, which is the GoPro Hero Black 7. It's a nifty little camera. I've got a lot of attachments for it and stuff, so I can get it on the car or set it up on a tripod. So that gets me most of my shots where I might be really close to the car or traveling at high speed outside. I might use the GoPro for that. It's also waterproof. Then the lenses, as I was saying, I've got a couple of lenses that I use all the time, which is for the DSLR here. I use the Nifty 50 as it's nicknamed, which is the Canon 50mm with a lens hood on it. That is a great lens for getting loads of background blur. Typically a photographer would use that for portraits, but it doesn't have to. It takes a great photo, but it's pretty good for video as well if you don't need to adjust your focal length, I should say. And then I use this one occasionally, which will give me a decent range, the 18 to 135mm. It's a £200-300 lens, so it's not thousands. So it's quite a heavy lens, but it's all good. It's pretty good. So I use that, but I have to say the 18, this is a broken version of it, but the 18 to 55 cheap kit lens, as it's called, it does me fine because the type of shooting I'm doing is video. It's got a really quick automatic focus on that lens. For the price point, it is absolutely brilliant, and I get through as a lot of these. So the fact that it doesn't cost me, it's £100 off for the lens, doesn't cost me much to replace it, that's great. Another recording device is I'll sometimes use my mobile phone, either on the gimbal or handheld, but I can use the camera on this will give me my 24 frames per second and my 60 frames per second. Even I think we can shoot in 240 frames on this, but I don't really use it for that much. But yeah, it's a great camera on there, so I do use my phone. And then the last things we've got on the table here, I've got my Edelkrone slider. So I use this to get, when you see those really smooth slide shots, I'm using this. I can control it from an app on my phone, so I can set it all up. But these pieces here, this is a head one, which will go onto here. And it will give me a pan as I'm sliding, so I can get a pan and a slide. And then I've also got their Edelkrone tilt. This is so you can fix your camera to this base, and you can get the required angle. You know, if you want to shoot down or across, you can sort of turn. It's a good head, bit expensive really, because I think there are cheaper ones on the market, but yeah, it's a good attachment for the Edelkrone. And then I've got my memory card wallet. You can't go anywhere without this. The amount of times I've forgotten them. So I've got a few SD cards in there. There we are, that's my SD cards. So yeah, I've always got plenty of those on me. That pretty much completes everything that's in my camera bag for 2020 that I use. One of the things that is important to me as well is that it all fits in the bag. It's all got its own little kind of way to go in. So as when I'm out on a shoot, I can just grab my camera real quick, or the gimbal for the mobile, whatever it is I need, without everything falling out and stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw all that in my bag the way it would do, so you can see how compact it is and what I'm basically ending up carrying around. Alright guys, so that's everything. If you have any questions on anything I was showing in the video, don't hesitate to drop them in the comments and I'll try and answer everybody's questions. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, that would be great. If you're not already subscribed, please consider subscribing to the channel, because there's quite a lot of this sort of content to do with the transporter van, our family tours, and anything drone camera related. I'm into it, so it will be on this channel. Don't forget to hit the bell icon if you haven't already, and then you'll get notified every time I upload. Thanks ever so much for watching the video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one real soon. Cheers.